Hi guys, welcome back to Prime Pilates. We're here today for a full body Pilates workout routine. I'd say it's beginner to intermediate because it's definitely a little bit challenging, but I know you can handle it. So when you're ready, come on over to your mats and let's get started. Alright guys, so let's get started by warming up the body with some cat-cow stretches. Come on over into 4-point kneeling. You want your hips stacked over knees, nice neutral spine, and shoulders stacked over wrists. Dropping the belly, opening the chest, and lifting your gaze, let's inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to round that back into a cow pose. Inhale, open that chest. Excellent work. Exhaling, coming into that flexion. Let's just go for a few more here. Really feeling the spine stretch. Taking deep breaths here to warm up. Leave everything else at the door. Great work. Let's go for one more full cat-cow here. Flexing the spine. Wonderful. Now we're going to take a nice deep breath and come back to neutral spine. From here, we're going to raise our right arm up to the sky, then thread the right arm underneath the body, bringing your ear down to the mat, taking a deep inhale. On your exhale, you're taking that right arm back up to the sky, and let's go for another. One more, reaching up right to the sky and lowering down, threading through. Now bringing that arm back to meet that mat, we're going to go to the left. So reach the left arm up and then nice and controlled, thread it through, ear touches the mat. Excellent work. Let's lift up again, stretch through the hand and thread down and through. This is great for the shoulders, guys. If you're hunching all day at work, I really recommend spending some time and just doing these threaded motions. Awesome. Now bring your left hand back to meet the mat. We're warmed up, so let's come into a plank position, one nice long plank, keeping your core engaged to prevent your belly sagging. Inhaling to prepare, and on your exhale, let's draw our chest towards the back of the room, coming into a pike. So you're piking up like so, and then coming back to plank. Let's go for a few more. Excellent work. You're driving through that chest area, drawing that chest to the back of your mat, pushing through the palms of your hands. Excellent work. Now we're going to add onto this pike. So when you're ready, we're going to come back into the pike and reach with our right arm to our left ankle and back to plank. Join me for 4 more. So you're reaching through and returning. So you're exhaling as you return and you're inhaling as you're reaching through. Pushing through the palms of our hands. Great work. Now we're going to repeat that on the other side in just a second, so compose yourself. Looking good. Let's just go for 2 more on this side. Make it worth it. Breathing is your friend here. Use that breath. Excellent work. Now, let's swap arms. So reach with the left to the right ankle. So you inhale as you reach back, exhale to come back into plank. Inhale to reach back, exhale to return. Making sure to keep the core engaged here. So you're drawing that belly button in towards your spine to maintain that stability, and you're pushing through the palms of your hands, spread fingers that will also keep you stable. Take your time here. If you need to slow it down, that's completely fine. We're really working a lot of movements here. Now join me in a simple plank hold. We're just going to hold. So when you're ready, we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now coming down onto your knees, we're going straight into some tricep push-ups. So tucking those elbows in towards your sides. Exhale as you push up, inhale to lower. So inhaling to lower, exhale and pushing up. Going for 3, 2, one nice straight line here, 1. Well done. Take a minute if you need, come into a child's pose, rest those wrists. Now when you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going into donkey kicks, one of my favorites. So you're going to flex that right foot, pushing the heel up towards the sky. Let's push up for 1 and return. Push up and lower. Up and lower. That's 3. We've got 7 more here. So you're really flexing that foot, pushing through the heel up towards the ceiling, remembering to keep a nice flat back, nice neutral spine, and ensuring your shoulders are over your wrists. One thing you want to make sure is that your belly doesn't sag, so you have to keep that core engaged. Now you're going to hold and we're pulsing for 20. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there, keep going. Remembering to maintain the height of that leg. You don't want to drop. The whole point is to create these big juicy pulses. So when you're ready, we're extending that leg out, flexing it and pulling it back in. So you point, extend, flex, draw in. Point, extend, flex, draw in. In case you don't know which movement this is called a bent knee fallout. Another favorite of mine, because the key here is to maintain the height of that leg, really squeezing through that glute, activating the muscle. Excellent work, keep going here. Remembering to breathe. Inhale as you draw in, exhale to draw out. Now straightening our right leg out in one long line with our body, we're pointing our toes and lowering to the floor. We're moving into single arm and leg lifts. So staying on all fours, control, you're going to lift your right leg and left arm up and then lowering back in for 1. So you exhale as you lift up, inhale to lower, exhale to lift up, and inhaling to lower. Using your breath here with every movement is intentional. So you're squeezing through the glutes and you're squeezing through that shoulder blade. Now remembering not to kick out too high, just coming in line with the body here. Just a few more left. Keeping that eye gaze at the top of your mat. So keeping the right leg and left arm raised, let's scoop our bellies as we exhale, rounding our backs into a C curve and then drawing them back out for 1. Drawing into that C curve and extending back out for 2. Keep going here. We've got 7 left, keep going. So you're trying to make contact with that left elbow and right knee. This is great for the abdominals and great for the obliques. Pointing through the toes to keep the glutes engaged as well. It's also a bit of a balancing act. Excellent. And we're done. So now we're going to repeat those movements on the other side. Take a second if you need to stretch out those wrists. My wrists were feeling particularly sticky today. It happens to the best of us. So when you're ready, come back on over to your 4-point kneeling, and we're starting with donkey kicks on the left leg. So as you can see here, as I start my donkey kicks, pushing up towards the ceiling and returning back down, I've come over onto my fists instead of using my wrists. So this is always an alternative that you can do if you're feeling a bit of pain or a bit of restriction in the wrist area. Just come on up onto your fists. Looking really good here, guys. Remembering to keep that core engaged. Don't let the belly drop. We're almost done with these kicks and then we're going into baby pulses. When you're ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8. Squeeze those glutes, make it count here. Flexing the foot. Now maintaining that height, we're going into bent knee fallout. So point, extend, flex and bend. Point, extend, flex and bend for 2. Keep going with this movement. Maintain the height in that leg. To help press the chest away, make sure to be pressing through the palms of your hands. I was definitely feeling it here. This is also great for the quads and the hamstrings. Keep going. I'm right here with you. Now moving on, we've got our leg lift and our opposite arm lift. So when you're ready, let's lift that leg and the opposite arm, drawing them out, reaching and drawing back in for 1. So exhale to extend out, inhale to draw in. One way to think of it with your breath work, guys, is that all your exerting movements, you exhale. So anything that's causing you stress, that's where the exhale comes in. That's where the power comes in to drive through the movement. Looking really good here. Now remembering that our next move, we're going to maintain the height of that leg and that arm, and we're going to curl in. So let's come up and curl that back, creating the C curve, touching the elbow to knee and extend out for 1. Curl in and out for 2. You've got this, keep going. For 3. Working those obliques, working that core, really pointing through the toes. We're halfway there. Slow it down if you need. We want every movement to be intentional, to be purposeful, and to be powerful. Just 2 left, let's go. 1. Well done. Take a second if you need to. I sure did. Alrighty. Now we're nearing the end, so we're going to come on over onto our backs. Lying on our backs, we're going into some hip rolls. So I want you to bend your knees in 45 degrees. To make sure you know where your heels are to your bum, you can simply try and tap your heels with your fingertips, and that's the perfect amount of distance. Now roll your shoulders back and down. And when you're ready, we're going to tuck the pelvis, articulate, and vertebra by vertebra roll up to a hip bridge, and then vertebra by vertebra roll back down for 1. So you roll up, hold, and lower down for 2. Roll up. As you exhale, hold that lift, and then exhale to lower back down. Exhale to roll up, inhale to hold, and exhale to roll back down. Keep going with this movement here. You're pressing through the bottom of your feet, bottom of your heels, squeezing those glutes as you lift. You're really wrapping the abdominal muscles around the rib cage to engage that core. Looking great. And last, roll up, holding, and lowering down. Now let's go straight into hip bridges for 20. So when you're ready, we're going to just simply squeeze and lift up and lower down for 1. Lift up and lower, up. So this is almost like a modification or a bit more of a challenge compared to a hip roll. So rather than articulating through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, we're coming up in one diagonal straight line all at once, Really pushing, using that power of the glutes to squeeze up, and with control lowering back down. For more of a challenge, feel free to raise your arms up to the ceiling or just keep them by your side. Remembering here, guys, keep your legs shoulder distance apart. Just 3 more of these spicy hip bridges. Squeeze the glutes. Excellent. Now we're adding onto our bridges by lifting our right leg up. We're going for single leg bridges now. So when you're ready, exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up, inhale, lower. That's 3, 4, 5, we're just doing 10, so make it count. You're really pressing through the left heel here to stabilize yourself, and you're drawing your rib cage down towards your hip bones to maintain the core, maintain the stabilization. Just a couple left, keep going. You should really be feeling it in that left glute. Excellent, now we're going straight into single leg marches. 1, 2, maintain the height, hold the height. 4, 5, point the toes. 6, 7, 8, keep breathing. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If it hurts, that's good. Keep going, we're almost done. Keep that height. Now when you're ready, lift that left leg, and we're going into single leg bridges on the left side. So push up for 1 and down. Push up and lower for 2. Exhale, push up, inhale to lower for 3. Up and lower for 4. You've got this, come on. Last exercise today. You've done an amazing job. Halfway there. Squeezing that right glute with everything you've got. Amazing, guys. And we are done. Time for a nice big stretch, pointing through the toes, reaching through those fingers, breathing, taking a second to enjoy it, and then bringing your knees into your chest, pulling closely and rocking side to side to massage the spine and the back. Really well done. You should be proud of yourselves. That was not easy. Definitely felt that. Thank you so much for joining me for this full body Pilates workout. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Can't wait to see you next time. Love you. Bye.